So we wanted to do a little body reading and rib position when assessing shoulders. I'm going to go ahead and pop my shirt off, and our athletic trainer here, Jeremy, is going to kind of talk over a few of the relationships he looks for, both when looking at it anteriorly and laterally, at someone doing some overhead flexion, and then also kind of going over some scapular movements and just going through a couple talking points. So, normally we'll have someone do some overhead flexion, and I'm kind of just doing it normal. And Jeremy, you can kind of tell what you're looking for. I'll kind of do a couple of little weird, something like that.
So when I'm assessing a shoulder, especially when it comes to injury, what I start off with is basically a visual inspection. So if you face the camera real quick, just standing. So I mean, you can kind of just respect where, say if it's the right shoulder that's injured.
Probably drops a little, yeah.
Yeah, so just kind of measuring, what these joints look like, the symmetry between bones, muscle hypertrophy, if one side has more developmental hypertrophy than the other, if say they're like a pitcher or some type of overhead athlete, and then just positioning of everything else. So from a side view, again, come up, just kind of see what the ribs are doing, what the neck is doing, and then what the glenohumeral joint is doing. When I'm assessing, I kind of look at the glenohumeral joint last, just to kind of see how it's going to behave based on the other points of the rib cage and the cervical spine. So everything looks equal. And then from a posterior view, the most important thing too is your scapular rhythm. So again, from a visual perspective, just to kind of see what symmetry looks like, if there's any kind of muscular wasting or atrophy from injury, things like that. So if you kind of go overhead for me. So again, fairly symmetrical. Everything moves pretty much well on the rib cage. If you go overhead for me one more time, everything's sliding out and up, and then come back down for me. And then everything's coming back down at the same time. So rhythm-wise, everything looks good. So from a movement perspective, and then you could even advance that, what he or she looks like throwing, what he or she looks like overhead pressing, and things like that to load the actual movement.
Good.